Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem. S- I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Hashem, Kakadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. I say shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of this recent news article that I want to bring out. It's from nknews.org, published by Efang Rimmer from September the 17th, 2023, and it reads, North Korea to bolster cooperation with Russian Army Defense Chief says. The two sides continue high-level meeting, but yet to comment on possible weapon exchange. It says North Korea. It says it says North Korea wants to further strengthen cooperation with Russia Army as leading Kim Jong-un continues to tour military facilities in the Far East. State media reports Sunday. Defense Chief Chang Song-Num delivered the remarks during a luncheon with top Russian officials day prior to the meeting. And this is this is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 7. This is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 7. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. And the reason why I brought out this scripture, because I remember I did a sit-down lesson, I would say like day before yesterday, where you had South Korea and the United States. They sent a warning. I believe they sent a warning out to Moscow and Russia once Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, they had that meeting and in agreeing to security cooperation to make a military alliance between the two nations. And South Korea and the United States issued out that warning. They said if the continuing building up of increasing of military cooperation between the two nations of North Korea and Russia, they said there was going to be a price to pay. That was coming from the representations of South Korea and the United States, because they recently had a meeting, and I remember I did a sit-down lesson on it. So that scripture definitely, the scripture that I just brought out of Mark 13, verse 7, and that's definitely going into the wars and rumors of wars, And as I read it again, this is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 7. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. It says, be ye not troubled, for such things must need be, but the end shall not be yet. Alright, so these wars and rumors of wars are just going to continue to heat up. You have these nations are cooperating against one another, against their adversaries, and that's what we are seeing. Because these two nations know they got the same common enemy. Cause especially North Korea and Russia, they got the same common enemy of these nations using harsh economic sanctions on them, which is part of the UN Council. The United States. Prime examples of those nations. This is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 8. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there shall be famines and pestilence and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of this recent news article for nknews.org, as it says, of September 17, 2023, published by I Fang Rimmer from the nknews.org, which was published by him. And as it says again, North Korea to bolster cooperation with Russian armed defense chief says. And it says the two sides continues a high-level meetings, but yet to comment on possible weapons exchange. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying of this recent news article. And with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Wakarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered in the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.